parents, this is Michelle Birch. Working on our November checkpoint review. This is question number 2. Again, I'm going to walk you through our problem-solving process, and I'm going to solve this just like I would with our students. And if you have any questions, you can leave a comment or send me an email. So again, the first thing we do is find our question mark, and we mark our question. And I'm going to read it. How many rocks do the 4 boys have? So what is it talking about? Rocks. Do we have any people in our story? Yep, we know that there are 4 boys. So we are going to write our main idea of our question. It always starts with the word find. So what are we trying to find? We are trying to find rocks 4 boys have. Now I'm going to read the rest of my story. Joey has 10 rocks. There's a period, so I'm going to put my stop mark. And I just read about a person. Joey, that's one of our boys. What does he have? 10 rocks. I know I need that information. Carl has 12 rocks. Stop mark. Who did I just read about? Carl. And what does Carl have? 12 rocks. Keep reading. Steve has 11 rocks. Stop mark. We just read about Steve, and Steve has 11 rocks. Jimmy has 15 rocks. Stop mark. Who? Jimmy, 15 rocks. And now we're ready for our strip diagram. So I taught the students a song. I will not sing it for you. I'm not big on singing. But make them sing it for you. It'll be great. So first question is who? Well, I have several who's, so let's start with the first one. Who is in our story? Joey. So I'm going to write a J and an O for Joey because I know I have a J coming up. And what? Rocks. And strip diagram. So it's who, what, strip diagram. Okay, I have another who, Carl. And notice I'm not labeling my strip diagrams yet. We're going to go back and label that. And what? Rocks, strip diagram. So we really want them to be, again, I'm not the best at this, but we want them to be approximately the same size, and we'll do some adjusting as we label. My next who is Steve. What is rocks? Strip diagram. And my last who is Jimmy. Put J with an I. And he also has rocks and strip diagram. And so kind of a key you want to look for is that when they're labeling the what, everybody needs to have the same what. I'm going to go back to my information. Joey had 10 rocks. So this entire strip diagram is 10. Carl has 12. Oh, so 12 is a little bit more than 10. So let's extend our strip diagram and label it 12. This entire thing is 12. Steve has 11. Well, 11's a little bit more than 10. So 10 is kind of our standard one that we're using. 11. And then last is Jimmy. Jimmy has 15, and that's more than 10. So 15. And then I'm going to refer back to my main idea, back to my question. Find rocks that the 4 boys have. So all 4 boys have rocks, and I want to know how many do they all have. So I'm going to put all 4 of these numbers together. So this is a multi-step question, and we've been talking about how when we have 4 numbers that we're all putting together, that means we are going to add 3 times. And so in our strategy box, we are going to write plus, plus, plus for the 3 different times we add. I'm going to show you the traditional way of adding and what I'm encouraging our students to do, and then I'll talk to you about some alternative ways that your student might be solving this problem. So most of them still really like having their 10s and 1s place value chart when they add. So I tried to add that. So our first numbers, 10 and 12. So I'm going to write down 10 plus 12 equals, I'm going to go ahead and put a little check mark so I know that I used those numbers already and don't accidentally use them again. I'm going to solve 0 plus 2 is 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, and so we don't want our students to add all those numbers up in a row. We want them to kind of break them apart until they get the concept and they're a little bit better at adding. And then I'm going to allow them to add maybe 3 at a time or so. But for right now, we're just adding 2 together. We're going to circle our sum and draw an arrow. So they're going to rewrite this number. Oh, and we've added 1 time. We can put a check mark. So I'm going to write 22 plus, and my next number is 11. 22 plus 11. 2 plus 1 is 3, and 2 plus 1 is 3. I've added a second time, and I need to add 1 more time. So I'm going to circle the sum. I'm going to rewrite it a 3rd time, 10s and 1s, so 33 plus 15. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. And that was my final time. And I'm going to put a box. So it is 48 rocks is my answer. Another way some of our students are doing this is with a little bit of mental math, actually, which is great because it shows that they've got a pretty good understanding of place value. Again, your child might still be working on pictures in addition to this, and that's fine. Some kids are not going in order. They're just putting little check marks, and as long as they keep track, that's fine. So again, everyone's kind of doing things a little bit different, but just kind of talk with your child and see what they feel comfortable doing. And our main goal is to get the correct answer when we're all done and be able to explain our thinking. So if they can do that, I am happy. But let me show you what the mental math might look like. So I have some students who might look at this and say, oh, I know, adding 10 is really easy, and then here's my greatest numbers. They might want to add 10 plus 15 equals, so they add their 1s together, and they add their 10s together, and so 10 plus 15 is 25. Then they do a variety of things. They might continue to add the different numbers to 25. Some of them are knowing that they can put those 2 together and they can put these 2 together, so I'll show you that. 12 plus 11, add our 1s together, add our 10s together. So notice how we've still added once, we've added twice, and we need to put these 2 sums together. 25 plus 23, add my 1s together, add my 10s together, and our sum is 48. If this looks kind of crazy to you, it might, but your child just might do it this way or something very similar. And that's good. I want them to be able to recognize that these numbers can be used in any order when we add, and just this kind of helps solidify, you know, their understanding of 10s and 1s, so that's awesome. And then in this 4th box, on a test, they're not going to fill out this 4th box, and we've really been neglecting it just because it takes us so long to get through all of this, but they might want to say something about, we added 12, 10, 11, and 15 together. We found the sum of 10, 12, 11, and 15. Again, just explaining in words what they've done in this 3rd strategy box. So this is question number 2 on our November review, and I hope this has helped you. Please check for other videos I'll be posting about our other problem-solving questions. Thanks for watching.